Hi, it's Miles Red Songbird in New York City. It's the 22nd, maybe it's the 23rd of December. I'm going to begin with the news, mainstreaming news to you instead of the clues. It's very short, it's just a few pages. Western Journal Culture. Hollywood actress willing to risk it all for pro-life film claims getting blacklisted's worth it. By Savannah Pointer, December 22nd, 2018. This is an excerpt. Actress Ashley Bratcher has risked her career to star in a film that tells the story of a former Planned Parenthood employee who refused to refer any more babies for abortion after seeing one in progress. Okay, and you can go there to read the rest of the article. I saw this woman on an interview show. I think she works with that young girl who, well, I won't get into that now. Anyway, can't wait to see the film. Video, Elon Musk meets Alex Jones. I just watched this disgraceful video. I wrote, they're smoking dope, weed, grass, pot, marijuana, whatever you want to call it, or as the mystic who knows the real meaning of things calls it, the devil himself. They're smoking the devil himself. That's the last time I'll watch those wild-minded devils. And I tried to watch Joe Rogan last week, but the night I tuned in, he too was imbibing the devil itself, marijuana. So I said, oh well, I can bypass this guy. He's just another pothead. I was married to two potheads, so I have no respect for them. They're fools. All mind-altering drugs are mimicking heaven's ocean of bliss, but that's all that do is experience bliss. But that's all they do in the ocean of bliss is experience bliss. They don't try to exist in a human form and work and marry and kiss and have a family and make fools of themselves because they're not in their right minds. Okay, there's a book by Greil Marcus, Lipstick Traces. Subtitle, A Secret History of the 20th Century. I often say, said the author of this article review, that Traces is the best book ever written about music, even though it's not actually about music. It's about the life of an idea. Sasha Freire, how do you say that? That's French. Jones, New Yorker Online, 2009, October 21st. The secret of Marcus's history is its poetry. Widely separated persons and events call out to each other and connect precisely. Interesting. Then I say, that's what I do, only I make connections over lifetimes because I read energy and am psychic and can realize the past lives of people who are relevant to me. Okay? There's a video you want to check out. It's called, Did Roberts Side with Liberal Justices Today Because He's Been Compromised and is being blackmailed? I thought this, when he rewrote Obamacare, I thought he was being blackmailed, and I still think it. It's on this particular video is on the channel Black Conservative Patriot. Check it out, it's very good. Okay, let's get to it. No moon landing, baby planning. People believe that scam Landing on the Moon, produced, directed by genius filmmaker Stanley Kubrick. They believe it was real, just like they believe Orson Welles' War of the Worlds on radio was real, and some of them jumped out of windows killing themselves because they thought the Martians had landed for real. Okay, and then I said, but I was telling Karen at our Christmas party here at St. Francis of Assisi who was Robin Birdsong, Residence 3, that I am pregnant, and Immaculate Conception. There's my full breast. This is my full womb. 73 years old, haven't had vaginal or oral sex in years, yet there's the proof, womb and breast full. I took this picture myself about a week ago. Breasts. Bring East Coast, New York City as AS Saints STS, Talk and Share, TS, Talk, Share. New York, of course, is the creativity capital of the world. So not for one moment did Karen's closed mind consider that I was telling her the true good news for the world, an Immaculate Conception. She said, "That's already happened." I said, "It's happening again." Before I could tell her how, why, when, and where, she was telling me what she believes is the gospel truth. She said, "Only the pure and perfect Mary. That could happen only to the pure and perfect Mary." "I'm Mary," I said silently. "How do you know but that I'm Mary?" I said silently. Knowing this locked, closed mind wasn't going to open no matter what she heard me say. That's why I didn't let her hear me say that. "Are you Catholic?" Karen asked me. "No. What faith are you? What faith are you?" And I answered, "Baptist." "All other religions are breakaways from the Catholic religion," said Karen. And I say, "Nancy Pelosi's a Catholic. Yes, she believes in the leader of the murderers of babies industry, Planned Parenthood. Most Catholics are hypocrites. They're drunks and pedophiles. The number 2 man in the Vatican just got busted for pedophilia." A voice in my head said, "You don't understand what I'm doing." Yes, I, Guru Nanak, Emperor of Rome, Marcus Aurelius, Socrates, am orchestrating Judgment Day for Eve's family, the prototype people of the world. Prototype defined, a first or preliminary model of something, especially a machine. The body is a machine that life flows through from time to time. That's a song called "Flow Through My Heart" on the Edwin Birdsong vintage album, Supernatural, from which other forms. A machine, the body's a machine from which other forms are developed or copied. The firm is testing a prototype of the weapon, as an example sentence. Definition of prototype by Merriam-Webster. A prototype is someone or something that serves as a model or inspiration for those that come later or came later. Proto, is that supposed to be prototype? Us. Us is Adam and Eve. Or U.S., United States. Okay, so the us, the small ones, Adam and Eve, are the inspiration and model for the larger United States. That's why if you know what's happening with us, you understand. If you understand why what happened with us happened, you can understand how the United States got to be the way that it is. The greatest event in the history of mankind, going to the moon, never happened. Mainstream includes to you. Eve says it didn't happen. My boyfriend at the time of the moon landing, so-called, my boyfriend, an older, rich, and powerful man looked up to colored Negro white-looking preacher, Reverend Dr. Wilbur Daniels, who desegregated the graduate school of the previous all-white Austin Peay State College in Clarksville, Tennessee. So many years later, in 1969, Neil Armstrong projected Southwest airline pilot Todd Schaefer, we're told, walked around the moon with fellow astronaut Buzz Aldrin, projected Devin Gangading, who had been Cain, Adam and Eve's first son, way back at the beginning of creation. I once told Daniel, my rich and powerful boyfriend, who had been Daniel in the lion's den, that I didn't believe that they had landed on the moon. Okay, let's decode lion's den. Will, Alpha Will, Isaacs, ordered nature's secret, daughter, energy, N. Okay, so Will ordered Isaac's energy N, mild red. That's the sun's daughter, mild red. Nature's secret daughter, Mother Earth, mild red, divine source. D for divine, S for source. Will ordered mild red, Isaac's energy in the kingdom. Okay, you understand how that happened and what happened? Nature's secret daughter, you didn't even know Mother Earth existed in the flesh, right? You know, she was a secret, but she's not a secret anymore. I was 17, I told my rich and powerful sugar daddy in 1969 that I didn't believe the United States went to the moon. I thought they just said that because their competition, Russia, launched October 4, 1957, the first satellite to be placed in orbit, which they call Sputnik. Satellite definition, an artificial body placed in orbit around the Earth or Moon or another planet in order to collect information or for communication. CNN has a satellite. Synonyms for satellite. Synonyms decoded. C source, sun. I, N, ordered, mild red. New York, mild red songbird. Okay, so what are we saying? The sun ordered mild red into New York. Or did he order New York? Yeah, I think it's both. The source, the sun, ordered mild red, Isaacs in New York, mild red songbird. My father, the son, ordered in Isaac's pleasure in New York as mild red songbird. Decoded, I, daughter, will, Isaac's musical. Oh, I'm writing a musical. It's going to be like sex. It's going to be so pleasurable. Her energy, this is her energy, divine source, son, Govinda, B. Isaac's heard. Okay, he sings. He's going to sing. We'll probably play videos of him singing in the musical. Hearing Govinda sing songs is Isaac's highly, highly pleasurable. He was Nat King Cole. He was Louis Armstrong. He was a projection of the Beatles, Paul McCartney. He was Frank Zappa. He was Jerry Butler. He was Dean Martin. He was Jackie Wilson. He was all those great singers. He kept me alive singing in different forms, although I didn't know he was doing that. I didn't even know about him. I didn't know the Son had sent him, my brother, to keep an eye on me and protect me. Eve says it didn't happen, page 2. My intuition was absolutely truthful. I've come to learn some 50 years later, and because I looked up to Wilbur